If you thought collector boxes were going to be the pinnacle of Magic the Gathering's booster boxes, you're wrong. Well, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name's Louie, and I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Welcome to the channel. Check this out. Look at this. This is I know I don't love Lord of the Rings. You guys know that. I've said that on the channel. This is a Lord of the Rings Risk game that I found in my attic from like when I was a kid. I remember playing the crap out of this. I'm really excited. I'm actually gonna pop on the table this weekend with some friends and hang out and play. But anyway, Lord of the Rings preview season started. We had the big video reveal yesterday, live stream, lots of stuff to talk about. But I want to talk today about the Lord of the Rings Special Edition Collector Booster Box. I know what you're saying. Louis, what are you talking about? Well, after the big reveal video, they did like a live stream and they announced that in November, we are getting a special re-release of the set that comes out in June. And this re-release has a Special Edition Collector Booster Box, which is just crazy to me. And so I want to give you my thoughts on the Special Edition Collector Booster Box and what my thoughts are on it coming out on another product added to the Magic line. And then I'm gonna give you some predictions for what I think may be included in those. We'll talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts about this in the comment section. Do not hold back. Give me all of your thoughts in the comment section about this product. I'm super interested. So here's your details on this. There will be no serialized cards. There's been a lot of conversation and questions on the internet of will they spread out the serialized print of all these cards between the two? That is not true. This will not have, it says right in the listing, it will not have serialized cards. Instead, it will have a new foil treatment, and it seems like the cards in the set are also the same based on their wording, but that this set, the Special Edition Collector Booster Box, will have a new foiling that's never before seen. I know, but every week we get a new foiling that's never before seen. It's not special anymore. We'll talk about. And then it also has they highlight that it has 5 rares or mythics per pack. And they make it sound like that's a win, but if you compare it to the regular collector booster boxes of this set, there is also 5 to 6 mythics and rares per pack. So it's not really that special in that regard. It's kind of a little bit of false leading in the advertising, to be honest, that they kind of highlight that. But here's one of the things they say. They say that they are right now keeping it secret and keeping it safe, and that there is something that has not been revealed in these boxes, some sort of special variant. And all the cards are going to have different variants, and they tease like a borderless treatment that all Lord of the Rings fans will love. But let's get right down to it. When everything is new and flashy and special, it just dilutes everything. It just makes nothing seem important and special. These are the first booster boxes that we're getting in June are the collector booster boxes. Why do we need to now throw out a special edition collector booster box? Why do we need all this width of different products and different things? And I mean, don't get me wrong, this is gonna sell fine. Like Wizards is gonna make money out of this, but at some point, don't we just get exhausted by the amount of different products that we have to keep up with and that we have to, as stores, know about, and as individuals in the community, if you bought the collector booster box because you were excited about one thing, you already spent your money, and now they release this other thing, and you're like, well, wait, maybe I wanted that more, and you didn't know it was coming out at the same time. It's just getting really difficult to evaluate what to purchase, and then you get product fatigue, but also you don't know what to buy, so you end up not buying anything. It's just kind of this weird mix of things. All right, sorry, that was my little rant. Obviously, I don't love this. I think it's really weird. I think adding another collector booster box, I already don't love the collector booster box. I miss the days, I'm an old dude. I like old Magic. I miss the days of draft booster boxes and you pull a good foil. I've accepted that people like the collector booster boxes though, but now this secondary thing, you get my take on this. I just think it's too much and it undercuts what is really the market of the collector booster boxes. But let's keep going with the details. Right now they are for sale for $3.53 on Amazon. Listen, I would love to point you to my website. I didn't know this came out until yesterday, and we have zero clue what the allocations or when pre-orders are. Distro has no information on that stuff yet. So if you want to buy it on Amazon, go buy it on Amazon. And it's about the same price as the regular collector boosters are now. The regular collector boosters are $3.84 on Amazon. They are $3.80 at GameGrove.gg. So it doesn't seem like this is going to be a premium product, even though it says special edition. Based on the Amazon pricing, we don't have MSRP, but it doesn't seem like this is going to be a premium product. But at the end of the day, it's a new collector box with more variants, different variants, and different things. And so let's talk about that. Here are my predictions for what happens with this set. Number one, I think that this is going to greatly affect the price of singles in the market. We know the print supply of the collector booster boxes it's somewhere in the range. I think some people did the math. It's like 3.5 million packs, which I think ends up being like 290,000 booster boxes if you don't have any of the auxiliary products. So like somewhere between 200 and 225,000 booster boxes. That's based on the serialized ring pull rates. That's for the first collector box. So that supply is already about what we've predicted other sets to be. So the supply of this is not decreased, and they are just going to print another booster box. So there's going to be a plethora of singles that come to the market again in November, kind of in that 6-month window where singles prices already start to fall a little bit. You're going to have another influx of singles come to the market because of these collector boxes now. And I think that's going to greatly affect the singles prices for the set. It's not a massive set either. They kind of have tailored this set for draft, and it's not like a huge, massive set. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this affects the prices. I predict that the singles prices come November are going to be a hard kind of dip as a result of this product, particularly if the regular versions of the cards, are cooler in the special edition version and people like those more. They will sell off their versions from the regular collector boxes, and it's just going to deteriorate the value of the cards. And if you look at like Modern Horizons 2, which is I think the best set to compare this set to, because previously Modern Horizons 2 was the highest selling set of all time according to Mark Rosewater, and they have come out and said that they anticipate this to be the highest selling set of all time. So looking at the way that the print run interacts with Modern Horizons 2, I think is really healthy. And MH2 couldn't keep the prices of fetches anywhere. I mean, the prices of fetches tanked, and fetches are the most playable cards and arguably in Magic the Gathering. The demand for fetches is going to be impossible to match with anything in Lord of the Rings. I just don't think that you're going to create a fetch land type scenario where everybody wants the card in so many different decks. And so that kind of puts a cap in my mind on the singles prices for this set. So that's my number one prediction. And that's a lot of negative in this video, right? We've had a lot of negative. So if you've gotten here, welcome to the positive side of the video. I hope you'll still stick around because I do think this is a little ridiculous. I think it's too much. I think it's too much on the consumer and on the stores and all that stuff and on the singles market. But I like big buts, and I can't, listen, this is really cool. And this is what I thought. They probably sat in a boardroom meeting and they were thinking of all the ideas they had for this set, and they probably couldn't contain them all to one booster box, one collector box. And so they went with the one-of-one serialized thing in the main set. I have a hunch that this special edition collector box is going to be highly tailored to like the ultimate fan, and they kind of said this in the listing, which means that I think we're going to see really, really cool parallel chases like you see in sports. Like Lord of the Rings opens the door for this idea of like memorabilia. So you have the movies, you have the books, you have the music, right? The scores and all these different things that you could potentially include in the card. So like when you go to sports cards and you have game-worn jerseys, you can't do that with an artwork of Liliana of the Veil, because Liliana of the Veil doesn't actually exist in a form. It's just an IP. It's just like this thing. But with Frodo, you could put a piece of the garment that was worn in the movie of Lord of the Rings, you could clip out, you know, 100 pieces of that garment and include them, just like you have game-worn jerseys in sports cards. You could have, you know, Frodo-worn cards that are, they're not serialized, I guess, but they're in these things as huge chases. You could have cutouts of the original score, right? Like you have score cards that, the score is the music, for those of you who don't know what the word is, but you could have, you know, the original score that they rehearsed and they played and whatever. You could cut out that. You could have clips, you know, clip outs from the actual, what did I say? From the original books, right? You could go, they could buy some of the first edition books or whatever and have clip outs of the books in the cards and have that be really, really high chase things within these limited special edition collector boxes. And I think that would be really cool. And I understand where they cannot include all of that when they also have the serialized rings and all that stuff in the collector boxes. And so then maybe they said, okay, let's come out with another product that has the things for the people who are like the real true diehard fans that want to revisit this, and we'll re-release it and revisit it. I still think it's a lot for the market to absorb in terms of singles and, you know, volume of cards and whatever for one set. I think that that's a lot. But I don't have all the details. I don't have all the information. But Wizards historically kind of goes over the edge, especially when there's money to be made. I do think though, if they do some of that really cool chase stuff, that set will still be really, really popular, especially for those who are collecting and are Lord of the Rings fans. And listen, I've been watching some Lord of the Rings YouTubers. They are excited for this set. I told you, one of the evaluation tools that I'm going to be using on the success of this set for this channel to communicate to you is gonna be, does the Lord of the Rings community get excited about this? And some of the highest content creators in that platform are tweeting about it, they're posting about it, they're gonna do openings, and they're gonna be, you know, they're looking at commander decks. Like, that's a really, really big win for the Magic community. So let me know what you think. These were my raw thoughts on the special edition. Obviously, we don't know all the details, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. We will have this available for pre-order on gamegrove.gg whenever we are ready, and patrons, I'll try to get enough to get a deal out to you guys. That being said, be kind to the people around you. Thank you so much for watching the channel. It means a ton to me, and we'll see you again next video.